Some people were made to follow the instructions. We were made to make our own. To always measure twice and never cut corners. Unless, of course, we've got a compound miter saw. Northern Tool and Equipment is a problem solver's paradise. There's nothing we can't find, fix, or figure out together. We're made for this. Start solving your projects today at northerntool.com.
In the end, it's better for me. That's the moral of the story, babe.
Is this yours? Is this
It is mine.
Is this ours?
Her name is Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
And I tour with this bad boy.
Use your mic. There you go.
Oh, are we talking
we're
already?
going. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
This is Sophie. So wait, where did you come up with that name?
Sophie. It was one of my ex-boyfriend's favorite name, and it just felt weirdly ironic. I don't know.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. I just,
Huh.
Big Taylor Swift vibes on that one.
Yeah. It's a future song. So we were actually really nervous to move it because we're like, oh boy, what if there's a way to fold the cables and
Oh, no.
all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah,
we
you
just
can
figured
just knock her around.
we'd leave it. How are you?
I'm feel crazy. I'm good.
Yeah. I think it's interesting when you look at one of our stations here, Alt 98.7, who played your song Harms. I saw it. That was 6 days ago.
6 days ago.
So how are you processing everything that's happening? Like, who are you talking to about this? How do you sleep at night? Because it's heavy. It's a lot.
It is a lot. I do a lot. I mean, the super woo-woo, I go for a run every morning and journal and stay grounded and put my feet in the dirt and stuff like that. But also, like, Phineas, who worked on this song, he's one of my best friends. We'll just call each other and FaceTime. And he is the most famous. So I'm like, if anyone's going to talk me through how to handle some stuff like this, he's the guy. So
he's been there or going through it himself, I'm sure, too, to a point.
Yeah.
A little bit of a head start. Wait, you running around town? Because I know you live in LA, right?
Yeah, I'm in West Hollywood. Yeah.
Are you,
in town.
when you go for a run, are you running around the streets or are you on a treadmill? What do you...
Should I tell people?
Yeah, you
I'm
have
in
to
the
give an
streets.
exact location. But.
Yeah, my gym membership is just the coffee house down the street, so I just run there. And that keeps me motivated to keep running.
That's the end goal, is getting coffee, which is what? What's your coffee, by the way? What do you get? What's your order?
Usually a triple shot latte.
Holy crap.
Or just a plain old black coffee.
A triple shot. How long does that last?
Not very long.
No.
That's why I have about 6 of them a day. Yeah.
You've got to be just like wired and then just the crash and another one and just up and down all day.
I feel like I manage it pretty well. I don't know, but that's not an objective perspective. So
whatever works for you. That's all that matters. What works for you. It's been a process because I remember you just here a couple years ago when you were opening up for, it was Lauv, right? Was it Troubadour that you were here a couple years ago?
Oh yeah, Lauv.
So, because a lot of people might think that this is a overnight out of nowhere, but this is.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not overnight.
I mean,
it's a long time coming.
Right. So what's that? I mean, just the fact that it's not, and it is a long time, because you went to school for this. I mean, this was a plan. This was a plan. This wasn't a, hey, I wrote a song, and it just happened to get picked up, and next thing you know, I'm a superstar.
No, that's not the story. I mean, I always knew music is the only thing that's ever really made sense in my life. So I knew I was going to be involved in it somehow. Yeah. I didn't know. I mean, a lot of me never expected to be on the radio. Being on the radio, that's like first listen and I'm crying. Like, I'm like, this is bonkers. But yeah, I mean, it's been a really long time coming. It's been 5 years in the making and 3 EPs and, small albums, so.
Right, because there's people who are seeing even that video that you posted, which was kind of a That Thing You Do moment. I don't know if you've seen that movie with the Wonders, That Thing You Do when they hear themselves on the radio for the first time and they, with the headphones on, they start running down the street freaking out, and it was equivalent to that kind of moment.
I feel like I need to watch it now.
You do need to watch it.
After this.
Oh my God, it's the greatest. But people see that and they're like, I want that because it's just an overnight thing. But it's like I said, it's not. This is a night and day.
I think that's why it's so emotional, is because it's been years of hard work and, pouring myself into music, and making music not with the intention of being on the radio or with the intention of, making a hit, just making music that I love, So it's way more emotional coming from that place, I think, and after all this time.
when you're making it just to have an outlet and then all of a sudden you look down and there's people singing your feelings.
Yeah. I mean, you want to pay your rent, what you're doing, but this is on a level, I never really expected, so it's cool.
Right. I noticed on one of your videos you're talking about that you got a phone call, like even from your mom and all that stuff, and she was excited for you. It's a unique industry, obviously a career choice. Did you ever at any point get any pushback from parents going, it's a pipe dream, it's not going to happen, just go do this, go do that?
I would say, I think my mom is a special one. She's always been like my biggest champion. She'll always be like, whatever you want to do. There's no ceiling. She always said there's no ceiling to what you can accomplish, which is pretty cool. I had other people in my family be like, music college, dude. Like, what are you going to do with a music degree?
Right.
And I was like, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know, but you want me to go to college. So I'm picking what I want.
What an amazing line, though. I don't know. How freeing is just not having any idea.
Yeah. No plan B, but still, I don't know.
How do you learn that? Because, I'm older than you, and I feel like I'm only figuring that out recently. Like, where did you get that whole, I don't know, and I love it, and let's just see what happens? It's risky. It's very scary. Where'd you get that?
I don't know.
Yeah?
Again, I grew up with a pretty incredible mom who just instilled stay present,
Sure.
love what you do, and it won't be too hard. I don't know. I've always been I'm kind of like a 60-year-old living in a 20-year-old body. So,
Sure.
yeah, I've always been a little bit of an old lady. So maybe that's it.
Hey, that's cool that you realize that you don't know, and whatever happens, and instead of just following this path of what we're supposed to do and just the timeline of what everybody, says. So you just, I don't know. How liberating.
It is liberating. It feels good.
It's very liberating and light. I'm looking down all these things I want to ask you, but I don't want to keep you here all day.
Keep me. I don't care.
Let's see. We asked about that. I want to ask about that. The how are you sleeping at night stuff is actually like legit. This has got to be, because that's the downtime. That's when everything's quiet and like 21 Pilots says, sometimes quiet is that it can be that violent moment, but where you're thinking too much and all that stuff. So, what how are you winding down at night?
Hold on, let me process.
Yeah, I know it's kind of a vague question, but
I think, I don't sleep with my phone in the room. The phone goes in the living room.
Oh.
So, because the last thing I want to do is wake up in the morning and check my phone.
Yeah.
It's the most destabilizing, when the first thing you're doing in the morning is reacting to the outside world. Like, I rather be in control. Ha! Because I am in control.
Right.
But,
Are we though?
we're
really not in control.
Sleeping, I feel like I felt solid and happy before this happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was already this happening didn't make or break me in who I am. I'm this is crazy what's happening, and I couldn't be more excited, but I was already a whole fulfilled person before it happened.
Sure.
So now that it's happening, I don't feel like the rug is being pulled out from under me. I feel like, I don't know.
It's a step.
It's solid, yeah.
It's a step on the way. Got it.
Yeah, that's a little woo-woo, but yeah.
No, it's very real because how can you answer that we don't really even know what's happening, like you said? So it's very cool. In this, so right now, and I've asked artists like One Republic this question because there is a space, and I asked them how do you find your place in this space that has so many, and I asked them there's One Republic, Maroon 5, Coldplay, Imagine Dragons, and stuff like that, and right now there is a space where there's a lot of solo female artists. How do you find your spot in that, and what's that like in that space?
I think first off, just all of us should be making music from our own personal experiences in our life.
Yeah.
The minute you're writing what you think people want to hear, you're gonna, shoot yourself in the foot.
Sure.
So I think that if you want to sort of no one has your fingerprints sort of thing, just do what is most honest and real to you, and it's probably gonna hopefully be impactful to other people. But I was talking through this earlier, but I feel like I want to put out a song that my fans and listeners listen to, and they're like, wow, no one else could have put that out.
Sure.
You know, Maggie Rogers couldn't have sung that. Selena Gomez couldn't have sung that. And not in a negative way, but in a way of like, that's so Ashe, you know?
Right.
And I think just the way you do that is just by writing music from your soul, you know?
And so there's not this hyper awareness of someone did that, so I got to come over here just a little bit. You're just going with it.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty human nature, right? Comparing yourself to other people. I do that a lot.
Almost damaging, like you said, if you do pay attention to it.
Yeah, and it really is shooting yourself in the foot, because like anytime I went into a writing session going, I got to write a hit today, it's probably the worst song I've ever written.
Right.
Yeah, so.
That's really funny because Ryan Tedder said the same thing. They can't. They need some kind of, it has to make sense. You have to experience life and then write about that as opposed to just going in and say, today, let's write a hit today.
Yeah, I mean, there's some songwriters who can really, I mean, you know, almost like an actor, play a role and write about that. I just write what I know, you know.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully you're experiencing life a lot. What do you like to do in LA, by the way? Things like around town. Is there things that you like to, are you a theme park, roller coasters? Are you hitting Disney or, let's see, West Hollywood? So, I mean, are you wandering down Robertson and going shopping or down on Melrose or what do you do?
I'm a big thrifter.
Yeah.
There's a place called Jet Rag. I love, they have a really cool collection of vintage stuff for like Goodwill shopping, things like that. But
is that like Melrose? That's got to be Melrose area then, because that's the best.
Sunset or Melrose? Yeah, somewhere over there.
Okay.
But yeah, running and is a really good one for me. I've been like interior designing my apartment, and that's like a new fun.
Oh wow!
Like painted a wall yellow and painted a wall green, and that's been a cool new outlet. And
are you all on HGTV watching all these shows now as well?
Totally.
Oh my God.
Chip and Joe on HGTV.
Yes.
Oh come on.
Property Brothers. All these shows are insane.
Property Brothers. They're so handsome. Yeah. You're so handsome.
Yeah. That stuff can get obsessive. So now that's your thing. Okay.
Yeah, some of that. Walking around town, listening to podcasts, things like that.
Cool. Yeah. You're going to be doing the Greek soon, a couple months, right? In August. I noticed something too when you perform, you do it barefoot.
I do.
So now I've got to ask the very deep, important question of, is there foot moisturizer going on? Do you wear those moisturizing foot socks? Amazing. Those things are crazy. But because you're walking around a stage.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, how do you take care of your feet?
It's so gnarly afterwards.
Yeah.
It's just like black tar feet. It's so gross. I'm giving a little nice massage at the end of the night, you know, but I'm so likely to trip and fall on my face if I wear shoes when I'm performing, that it's just like, A, it's grounding to like be barefoot, but B, it's like I will eat it. I will totally fall if I have shoes on. So
funny. Okay.
Yeah, weird.
You got to try those lotion socks. It's weird that you pull them on.
That's disgusting.
No. It's so cool. The disgusting is the aftermath. You put them on, and your feet, the lotion soaks in for like an hour. What? The gross thing is like for the next 2 weeks, this dead skin starts to fall off, and you find it's not pretty.
Have you done this?
Yeah,
You've done
it's
this?
Terrible. But it's amazing. And now I wonder that because if you are out there, doing, barefoot and stuff, you probably need to take care of your feet.
Maybe
right?
I should. You should send me some.
But then you're going to leave dead skin all over the stage of the Greek, and that's not fun.
Oh, that's so gross.
Yeah, that's not good.
No, thanks.
Well, come back when you're going to be at the Greek,
I would love that.
Let us know how terrible AJR is to tour with, and these guys are a nightmare. No, they're not good.
I love those guys.
Cool.
What are you talking about?
I know.
Thank
They're
you.
good guys,
Thank you for having me.
Congrats on everything. Come back.
Thanks. Okay.
Woo.